Mr. YouTube man, what is that funny looking thing in your hand, I hear you ask? A cool whip, my dudes and dudettes. A very cool whip. The Spinnerex, Oraxia signature melee weapon, and also our newest whip. It does pure toxin damage with a 16% crit chance, a 2.4 times crit multiplier, and a 40% status chance. The coolest thing about the Spinnerex, aside from the pure toxin damage of course, is that enemies hit by it have a 10% chance to explode when they die for every toxin status effect on them. This does a bunch of damage and spreads the toxin around. Now, people have already figured out that this is absolutely cracked in combination with Volt's Shock Trooper, which allows you to have toxin and electricity on the weapon at the same time, allowing for the use of influence. We are deliberately not going to do that today, because I want to see how this weapon handles on its own, not how it performs with a very specific subsumed ability that also requires an augment. All the bits and bobs you need for the Spinnerex are available from the new Weaver node in Duviri. However, if you do get unlucky, there's also a pity system where you can buy it with Scuttler husks from either Akrithis or Dominus Thrax in the Dormi zone. So let us give it a shot and see if it's any good. Shall we? Oh, that's such a cool design. So edgy, I love it. We're not gonna do the Shock Trooper thing because I've seen a video of someone absolutely demolishing a tile set with that. But for these videos, I don't like to rely on specific subsumed abilities to make things work. Let's get some mods on this and go try it out because I've seen the video, yeah, but I don't actually know how the trait works. Videos can be deceiving at times. Aha, so that's what it looks like. I couldn't get it to trigger. Okay, let's get Prime Fever Strike. The crit chance is actually low enough for us to do a duplicate setup, which would be pretty cool. Double hitting, I probably don't have to tell you, is quite big. Galvi Steel for the crit damage. Hold on. No. We are not gonna do duplicate. Oh, I have a way better idea. We are going to do Vortex. Vortex, where is it? There it is. Yes. I forgot about Magrush. Yes, that is perfect. Not too much magnetic and extra attack speed. This is gonna feel great. Like, high attack speed is basically the only way to make whips feel good. Let's not hamper it with armor just yet, maybe later. For now though, let's just test it against a Corpus battle group. Yeah, we are doing Vortex 100%. This is perfect. I've done some funny Vortex setups, but this is definitely the best one so far. Here comes Grandmaster Harold. Let's make sure he's on Vital, yes. Oh, dude, that's such a good combo. I imagine this is what they had in mind when they made it. Might not have been the smartest idea to try and level it to level 200 Conjunction Survival, seeing as we're still missing 3 very important damage scaling mods. It is a bit meh right now, but I think it's going to be great once it's finished. Dear God, the single target is just complete and utter ass right now. You know what, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world I took it here right away. I think there's value in showing you that sometimes builds take time, you know? They might not be amazing right off the bat. Okay, forma time. Okay, so all this is staying, this feels very good. We're just gonna add Galvanized and Elementalist. Away, my noble steed, hoya! Okay, we are officially cooking, yeah. The Corpus Bullying Stick, let's go. Not a massive surprise that this is a very good anti-Corpus weapon. It is toxin based at the end of the day, but dear God, Vortex with the explosion is bonkers. I'm so glad they gave it such an obvious explosion. I don't think it would be anywhere near as much fun if it was just like a subtle little pop. We're definitely going in the right direction though, this is awesome. The single target does leave a lot to be desired. Let's hope that Tenno guy fixes that a little bit. And there we go, that looks much better. Can't fit in steel just yet, so let's run Organ Shatter for now. The damage is starting to scale pretty well, which is good to see. We're almost there, my dudes and dudettes. Almost there. This is gonna help quite a bit. We're gonna need another forma here, but for now we can at least run Mentor's Legacy. This is so much better now that we have some proper crit damage and more crit chance. We're actually getting some occasional orange crits as well. Single target should be considerably better as well, because whips have forced slash procs on their heavies, and we are scaling dot damage through Melementalist, so it should actually be pretty good. Oh yeah, now we're cooking, look at that. Whoop. Yep. That was the last piece of the puzzle right there. We did get a bunch of extra crit chance and crit damage, but the Tennokai for those heavy whippings, that's where it's at. This forma isn't entirely necessary, I just want a better Tennokai trigger. I think we're gonna go with Opportunities Reach. Discipline's Merit is quite nice as well. I like that one a lot because it's very consistent. But Opportunities Reach is nice because we don't actually have any extra range. So we can push that 3-meter range to 7, at least on heavies. Dude, I am very happy with the result here. It might not be as crazy as the Shock Trooper version, but this is well good fun. I'll try to remember, well, actually I can do it like this. Mr. Uploader Man, please find the Shock Trooper video with the Spinnerex and put a link to it in the video description, thank you. I think this is it. I can't think of anything else I would want to change here, so let's finish the mission and go wrap it up. So here's our Vortex-based setup for the Spinnerex. For the stance, we have Coiling Viper. It's a decent enough stance and it also matches the polarity the weapon comes with. The Tenukai trigger is up to you. I like Opportunities Reach for the extra range and the longer trigger window, but just make sure you have some Tenukai trigger in there because you kind of need it for a single target. After that, we have Primed Pressure Point for melee damage. You could go with Condition Overload for potentially higher damage, so it's not going to be as consistent. We run Blood Rush and Galvanized Steel for crit, Berserker Fury for a ton of attack speed, Galvanized Elementalist for status damage and status chance, as well as Weeping Wounds for a ton of status chance as well. We followed that up with the Magnetic Rush for a tiny bit of extra attack speed, but also magnetic damage to trigger our arcane melee Vortex. And to top it all off, we run Primed Fever Strike for a buttload of Toxin. A solid priming pet is always a good idea. I run a Hound, Good Boy Harrow that procs Cold, Impact, Puncture, Radiation, Viro, Magnetic and Heat. This can give you a ridiculous amount of extra damage through Condition Overload if you choose to run it, plus of course the effect of all those status effects. Honestly, the more I think and talk about it, the more I realize I absolutely should have run Condition Overload on this. Oh well. This is probably my favorite whip in the game. I mean, the Verdilac is pretty cool with its unique block combo, but I think the Spinnerex is cooler. So of course I'm gonna recommend you give it a shot. It's a really fun whip with a cool unique mechanic and nice damage distribution. It's kind of rare to have a weapon that just does one type of elemental damage. But I would also recommend you try the Influence version. I personally saw it from zenosfire, so I'll put a link to his short in the video description, but I'm pretty sure some other content creators have made their own videos as well. Actually, while I was looking for that short, I found WarframeFlo's videos, and he has a lot of different builds in there as well, so I will link him in the description too. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, so I thank you very much for watching, as always guys, and I hope you have enjoyed the video. Then, I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time, bye bye.